Hey guys, it's Pastor Bruce. When we get together for fellowship meals here at church, there are a lot of different types of foods. Some of our members are vegetarians, and so they bring those types of dishes. Others don't mind meat, but they tend to stay away from chicken or pork. I'm always looking for anything spicy. We have all kinds of foods, but we don't argue over them. That wasn't the case, though, in the first century church. Paul deals with this in Romans 14, as well as a larger issue of convictions. There were some Jewish believers who continued to keep the ceremonial law, and they saw Gentile believers who were eating just any old food as being indulgent. Meanwhile, these Gentile believers saw the Jewish believers as being legalists. And Paul explains that neither one was wrong. It came down to what your frame of reference was. I've met Christian believers who didn't listen to rock music. And it wasn't because of the content, though we need to be careful about that. It came from the fact that that music reminded them of the life from which Jesus had saved them with the bars and drinking and all of that. And so they avoided it. And that's okay. We need to honor others as they serve the Lord. I used to think it was silly for people to observe Ash Wednesday or Lent or not eat meat on Friday, but if they're doing that to honor the Lord, that's great. If I choose to eat a big old steak on Friday, that's okay too. We need not to judge those who are following Jesus Christ. We have to be careful, though, that we don't allow our freedom to give us license to trample on someone else's understanding and observance of faith. That follower of Christ who doesn't listen to secular rock music, I shouldn't be sending them links to bands that are on YouTube. They're going to be a problem for them, even if I'm not challenged by that in my own faith. The key is that we need to live by our convictions. We shouldn't just cave to others, but we should be okay with where God has them and where God has us. Provided that, and this is an important aspect, that neither of us is obviously in defiance to the dictates of Scripture. God bless you as you go.